Now, 100% this guy does not look 17, but
I don't believe that at all. I was just going with what...
So we do make notes, and maybe we wrote down the wrong one on that. It might have had a
Pardon me. That's the first error. Unless whatever his mom was feeding him, that's what I want.
He's had a hard life.
Definitely. Rising crane. They make you come up. You cannot fight until you grow a beard.
But looking very confident. Another set of beautiful Venom shorts.
What were you saying there, Chris, about Rising Phoenix, former traditional martial arts club, now making transition more into modern MMA?
Yeah, Rising Crane is a lot of these very traditional martial arts schools started off with the traditional kung fu and a little bit of kickboxing and stuff, and now they're bringing in MMA guys. I know a lot of the guys are training Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and they're really trying to mix up the way they teach their club.
Yeah, with UK Jiu-Jitsu growing as it has been the last 5 years.
And his opponent into the blue corner.
You gotta have it.
David Jenko.
This is David Jenko, another guy from Lockdown MMA. So we'll see if he does as well as his teammate, who was in the first fight this evening, the heavyweight winner. So, guy from the same club, and hopefully we'll see some really good striking and wrestling like we saw from his teammate.
Yeah, I'm definitely hoping to see another mix-up fight, because really we did get a flavor for Jack Drake and Sasson Patriga there with the early exchanges, but it's really nice to see it go a little bit further. And here we get our first look at David Jenko, 77 kilograms, looking excellent, in great shape there from Lockdown MMA. And if he can throw leg kicks similar to the way Scott Jenkinson did, it's going to give James Green a lot to think about.
It's a slightly different build on these two guys. I think James Green is maybe a little bit taller. We're going to hopefully maybe see him use that range, set up with punches, keep him away. And then possibly David Jenko is looking a little more muscular, and maybe he can use that strength to close the distance, control the fight.
Such a difficult ask at this. Wow, that's loud. Such a difficult ask. Such a hard thing to do at this level, because these kids haven't taken much damage. They can eat a couple punches and they can fly at you and take you down. So
this is a B-class contest at 77 kilograms. Introducing first the fighter in the red corner, weighing 75.7 kilograms, fighting out of Rising Crane, James Green. And his opponent, the fighter in the blue corner, weighing in at 77.4 kilograms, fighting out of Lockdown MMA, David Jenko. And your referee for this contest is Mr. Paul Nichols,
who used to just wail into your ribs with his punches and make you quit real early. But ground and pound comes in all different forms. Oh, and there we go. Big double right off the bat. Kenny, he's got to lower his arm. Oh, good. It seemed that James Green just accepted the takedown there. And now we've got David Jenko looking to pass into side control, but he gets caught up into the guard of James Green.
So this is, because they can't ground and pound, this is a real submission match now. And James Green, I know that Rising Crane they work closely with Braulio's gym, which is really high-level jiu-jitsu guys. And I think his jiu-jitsu instructor is a blue belt under Braulio. So we'd be nice to see some grappling here. And I think he's working really well. He's trying to... on a bit of a leg scissor, and he's working up his guard. This means he's trying to control the posture of his opponent.
Yeah, he's let it go, and David Jenko there can make a shot to the ribs, but I don't necessarily know if David Jenko wants to be here right now, because like you've said, Chris, James Green's guard is very active at the moment. He's trying to walk those legs up the back of Jenko, lower him into the mat, and possibly work off the angle of the hips for a submission, whether it's an armbar or a triangle like he threw up just a few moments ago.
And when we take out the strikes, all of a sudden it's a very different game, because the guy on the bottom is actually in a fairly good position, because he can start trying to set up those submissions. But
unfortunately, James Green did not set up that triangle enough to break the posture of Jenko. And
he's slowed him down and caught him in half guard, and now he needs to look to get his right arm on an underhook and get onto his left side, and that will mean that he can start trying to improve position from this position on the bottom of the half guard.
Referees warning to stand them up if there's no action on the ground. This is where, like you said, you can't. There you are.
It seemed like a very quick stand-up. I thought maybe a little bit more time, let him work the position a little bit more.
Yeah, it was definitely one that favoured Jenko a bit.
Oh, I think
Yeah,
a little bit of striking we've seen. It seems to favour James Green. I think Jenko's just looking to take it to the mat all the time.
Yeah, it's hard if you have a really good wrestling game to want to stand there and take those punches and look to trade with somebody that's possibly a better striker than you, because that's really a 50-50 chance. Yeah, punch on the button's a punch on the button for either fighter. And if you're a little bit more confident in your wrestling, why not lower yourself down, get under those arms, and take them down? We see David Jenko looking for a single leg there, but he can't seem to lock his hands up, of course, because James Green's got that underhook. They're in the over-under position here. It's really a 50-50 position. Doesn't really favor either fighter other than David Jenko, who's pushing him up against the fence right now.
It's very close. They're really pushing backwards and forwards.
Oh,
he's got a double underhooks. A fantastic takedown. Really uses double underhooks and an outside trip to take him to the mat.
James Green's in half guard at the moment, but it seems that he's really not being kept there by much from David Jenko. He could look to pass, possibly getting a hand on the hip and getting that knee out.
Oh, it's a shame Dave was doing the correct thing there, but there's a strong bridge to escape.
Very strong indeed. I think David Jenko is proving himself to be quite the athlete as he picks James Green up and slams him. I like that.
Big impact with the last few seconds of the round. It's gonna
Steve
change.
approves. That was the double.
And I was pretty impressed with James Green. When it hit that half guard on the floor, he's doing everything correct. It was really good positioning.
Very impressed with his guard on the ground. Ooh, big overhand right lands there for David Jenko as he goes for the inside leg trick. That was style. I like that.
That was very smooth. Even as me as a wrestling critic, that was good. So from here, he wants to work his guard, but the fence being behind his head makes it really difficult to move with posture.
Oh, we've got a triangle set up there.
He's got his right hand just inside. So for a triangle, we want one arm in, and he's got just like pretty much 1.5 arms in with his right arm just poking through a little bit.
This could work against David Jenko, because can he decide to push that arm all the way through? And has he taken it out? He's pulled it out.
He did it voluntarily, and I think that was a big mistake there from David Jenko. And if he loses slight because this triangle choke, he's going to his coach won't be happy with what he did there.
There we go. It's a good position. I'd like to see James Green try to angle off maybe to his left-hand side there to get an even tighter triangle on the angle. But he's got it tight, and he's pulling on the back of the head.
It's looking like he's tightening tight. He's a little bit over the shoulder. He does need a little bit more angle, like you say. So he needs to grab his right arm, pull to the side, and look to try and get that choke a little bit deeper.
The referee's after him. He's been out.
He's having a little nap. So he decided not to tap. And so what a triangle choke does is it puts pressure on the arteries on both sides of your head. So as soon as you let go, the blood comes rushing back, and as you can see, he's straight back to being conscious. And he's a brave guy. He really thought he could fight his way out, and went for it 100%.
That's when you know you got some good technique right there, is when he didn't even have the opportunity to tap. And we've got our medical team in there just making sure he's all right. There won't be any structural damage to David Jenko, and he'll be easily able to get back into the MMA battle arena cage very shortly. But an excellent performance from both fighters. Like you were saying just there at the break, James Green's guard was the real danger here. He was looking to set it up there in the first round, and to get a strong triangle in the second round when you're slippery and sweaty just shows that he had an excellent setup there.
And he was very patient with it. He had the arm poking through. Really, it took his time to set it up. I think it was a little bit of a mistake from David Jenko to pull his right arm out and have that one arm in, one arm out position that we're always trying to avoid.
It's an important part if you're going to have a strong takedown game, to learn the jiu-jitsu game as well.
Of the second round via triangle choke, James Green.
The submissions were definitely the difference today here for James Green.
David Jenko. James. Come back, buddy.
Getting called back for your interview, boy. Let's see what you have.
First round. Yeah, very physically strong guy, so you know, big pick up, big slams and stuff.
A few big slams at the window, James keep going.
Yeah, kept battling through. The second round, obviously, I think did he take you down first?
Took me down again, I think. But sort of left the arm out. I think that was triangle on.
Yeah, it worked triangle very well, and that was good to see.
Yes. So it's feeling good.
Feeling good. Well, congratulations, great win by triangle. Let's hear it again, everybody, for James Green.